Oh, just consistent work, consistent keep, paying attention to detail, just doing the small things. And he's matured a lot. He's definitely stepped into his role, especially being the size he is. He's very physical at the point of attack. So I'm excited to see what's coming from Jordan Bernard this season.
And some of the younger guys in your room, Steve, forgetting some of the other names off the top of my head, but
oh yeah,
what have you seen from them?
yeah, Steve, all those guys coming a long way, but the people that's been making a really big jump this camp is definitely London Simmons, Saya Fager, and Jeremiah Beeman as usual. But those two young guys, man, they've been definitely holding their weight, doing what they need to do for the team, and I'm excited for them.
What are the battles like between you and Parker every day?
Oh man, iron sharpens iron, you feel me? Because I'm not finna sit here and say, oh yeah, man, it's a cakewalk. Because we the best of the best. Parker, he get me sometimes, I get him sometimes. But I just know when it comes game time, it's gonna be on full display.
Is there chatter between you all in practice?
I mean, it's just just work. You feel me? We might get a little bit of saying like that y'all not finna run the ball here, but for the most part, we know what it is. We know how hard we going. So when you like that, when you know your stature or your level of play, you ain't got to talk about it.
How important is this second scrimmage and guys really kind of finding their roles on the defense before the season starts?
Oh, it's very important because it's what jobs are. I mean, jobs are won and lost every day, but the second scrimmage is really solidified going into the season. So if you don't know the playbook or if you're not doing what you need to do by the end, then get ready to help us out on some scout field. So, but now to the guys that's actually putting in the work, it's going to show this Saturday.
Kim, I want to ask you about another leader on the team, older guy, Jeremy Bernard. With all the attention that Ryan gets, and whether it's the video game, Nike, things like that, how do you think Jeremy handles that?
Well, Jeremy, he's very spiritual as well. Like I know I'm pretty known for my faith and everything like that, but I do get a lot of stuff from Jeremy too. So his source is the Lord. He know what it is to have plenty. He know what it is to be in need, but he's content with the Lord. Philippians 4:12. So he's always gonna root for Ryan whenever. He's very unselfish. So Jeremy Bernard is one of those guys you would want on your offense. Very unselfish, but when he get that ball, he gonna make something do with it. He's definitely a playmaker.
How vocal can Ty be with the defense and not just the offense as a starting quarterback?
Oh yeah, man, slime, he good, bro. That's what I call Ty Slime. But yeah, bro, we just a little nickname. We be talking, bro. You know how it gets. So. Ty, he's been doing a great job as far as just stepping into that role, winning the job. I've seen the work, and he's definitely, there's been some days it was just like, man, all right, I got you tomorrow, some of them days. But Ty, I'm excited and I love what I'm seeing from Ty.
Yeah, you're a guy that's been here with him like all the time that he's been here. Just kind of how have you seen him wait his turn and then be ready for this moment?
When they say when you sitting on ready waiting on go, you feel me? Everything gonna flow in your way. So for him to wait his turn, knowing that putting his faith in God, knowing like when it's my time, I'm gonna do what I need to do with it. So that's just what y'all seeing. A guy who's gonna see it through. You feel me? Do what he needs to do and work his way into a job.
You've probably chased him around in the field a little bit. Just how athletic is he?
Oh yeah, Ty can get up out that pocket. And he got a little wiggle to him. He didn't. Feel me? Got me. He ain't made me touch no grass or nothing like that. But he disappeared on me a few times. But nah, Ty, he be back there moving around.
It's been talked about how there haven't been too many interceptions in camp. From your perspective, where do you think the defense is at in creating takeaways right now?
We got to do a better job of getting the takeaways that we do, because we get some tip passes and stuff like that. We just got to come down with them. But Ty, they have been doing a very good job of protecting the ball, taking care of the ball, and it's just we got to execute better and make the plays as the gimmies.
Coach Womack just said when it's live ball and y'all can kind of fully go after the quarterback, he thinks maybe some of that will take care of itself. Do you kind of feel the same way?
Oh, of course. That quarterback, that's merchandise. You touch him in the NFL, you cut from a team. So it's just imagine you touch Tom Brady, you're going to be at home with your mama. So we stay away from the quarterback. Of course, we try to get as close as possible, but we want to stay in practice. So
Who on defense has the biggest hit of camp so far?
Ooh, the biggest hit of camp so far. I know my boy DJ Lee, he got a hit that was pretty good. My boy JJ, he got a good hit. Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. Who was on the receiving end of those?
I can't remember. I can't remember, but I just know they laid their head up in that B gap and stuff like that. So I can't wait to see it.
How much has it helped the defense having Deontay back for another year and Justin Jefferson just kind of in the middle as kind of the quarterbacks of the defense?
It's very good because you get a sense of like security, knowing that you got some older guys out there, some experienced guys, then some guys that you know that's gonna make some plays when the time is needed. So having those guys back there, you know, calling the shots, you know, adjusting the field and stuff like that is very, you know, important.
You told us in the spring to look out for QB Reese. Just how has he come along since
Ooh, yeah, shout out my boy QB Reese, doing what he need to do, stepping up. I'm gonna sing his praise. That's my dog right there. Cause a lot of people try to say he was undersized, but when you got heart and you play with, you know, effort and you know, you do everything that you need to do to cover your behind. He put the coaches in a position where it's like you can't not play me. You can't not put me on that field. So I'm excited for QB Reese.
Coach Womack's going to second season as defensive coordinator. You've been here a while. What have you seen from him, you know, as a first-year defensive coordinator? How has he changed maybe the way he leads the defense going into this year?
As far as just, you know, really getting to know everybody, because, you know, last year, spring ball, we hit the ground running. So getting a year with us, really understanding his players and how fast they are and what their strengths and weaknesses is, you know, he makes the calls, you know, the way they need to be. And also he's going to make his players, you know, play to their best ability. Like, he's going to give you the call, but you got to go make a play. You know, he can scheme it up, but he can't just necessarily give you the sack if you don't take it. So, yeah.
What is he like on the field? What is your relationship like with him? Is he high energy? What's that like?
Man, Kane be ready to crash out. He ready in a good way, though. Like, he ain't losing his mind or nothing like that, but, like, you could tell, like, hey, man, we got to go take it to him. Because it's like one of the moments where it's like, you know, your mama say, it's either me or them. You know, you trying to see mama, so it got to be them.
How much more comfortable do you and the rest of the returners feel on defense, just in that you said he's developed his relationships with y'all, but kind of in the scheme and in his defense?
I mean, like, everybody's bought in. Everybody's holding each other accountable. Like, me and D-Law, we'll get the chat sometimes, but we just trying to bring the best out of each other and the best out of the defense. Because if we on one accord and we be on that coming into practice, then, you know, everyone will follow suit. So if we started off right, then as long as we doing what we need to do, the team gonna be good.
What's the mental foundation of the defense?
To be disciplined, to be violent, and to just execute the plan and have fun balling with each other. You know, situationally clutch, all those things like that, Bama fundamentals.
What are some things you'd like to see out of the defense the rest of fall camp and I guess the non-conference season to get you guys ready for the SEC slate?
Of course, you know, just keep the violence up, keep executing the plan, paying attention to detail, and just doing the small things right. You know, not necessarily trying to go out there and be independent contractors making a play, because if you do your job, everyone's going to be successful. Everybody going to make plays. So just, you know, DYJ, do your job at the end of the day.
Sorry if you've been asked about it, but Coach Womack mentioned Isaiah, Lennon Simmons, and Steve. What have you seen from those three so far in our game?
I think you're talking about Saya.
Yeah.
Yes, you good. Definitely making good jumps, doing what they need to do, stepping up in critical moments. Like, I wouldn't say he's a sleeper, but no one expected London, incoming freshman, to be doing the way he's doing. But London, he's making big strides. Like, he's grading out really well, so I'm excited for him. And then Saya and those other guys, they're doing very well as far as, you know, taking up the reps and everything like that.
I know he's been more at the bandit position, but how much progress have you seen from Jordan and Ryan?
He's in that flow state now. I feel like getting to the point where he's comfortable in his role. He knows what he has to do, so he can go play fast and violent the way he needs to.
What's it like in practice trying to tackle a guy like Jam Miller?
You better have your feet in the ground and you better have your technique, because he gonna make you look stupid. You know, he get up out that gap and get up out that hole so fast. And he's so athletic. So, you know, it's always good competition when you're going against Jam.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.